You're live, you're alive, you're alive. In this video, we're going to be talking about teleportation technology. Teleportation is one of my least favorite things in sci-fi. I've invented quite a lot of theories that might make it work, but I don't like teleportation technology for two reasons. One, it gets rid of the whole travel. You know, there's an instant travel. There's no technically you can go faster than an instant, like I proved in my Sub-Zero videos about numbers. And I was going to write that up as Flash and the fastest race. He was going to race an instant teleporter, but it's already been done. I might still do my take on it when I start uploading my books. So that's one reason I don't like teleportation. The second reason I don't like teleportation, well, there's actually several reasons, is it gets rid of the idea of a wall. Walls are cool. It just completely decimates walls. There's nothing walls can do about teleportation. And the third one is travel distance. Distance is a beautiful thing, and it kind of makes it kind of meaningless. I've kind of worked a lot of my inventions into trying to beat those three concepts out of teleportation. So I'm going to include how to do teleportation in this world, how it might work. Okay, so the first technique is called tunneling. Don't bother about quantum tunneling. Forget quantum tunneling. It's just called tunneling. Okay, so you have your person. I'm going to draw them without legs. Okay, so you have your person. Okay. And you have your destination in the big circle. I'll draw this in blue now. Now, there's a thing called non-Euclidean distance. So, non-Euclidean distance. And normal distance. I can't draw with that. Non-Euclidean distance. So if you imagine the TARDIS is bigger on the inside, imagine a hallway that is smaller in length on the inside, and you'll get non-Euclidean distance. So that's basically how it works. Is if you travel via the red line, you'll go, like say, it'll take you a mile to get there. If you travel via the blue line, it'll only take you 10 feet to get there. So that's what non-Euclidean distance is. And that's the first sort of concept of a teleporter. If you wanted to go instant and infinitely fast, instant is basically infinitely fast is what instant is. You make that distance zero. So you'd make the blue line 0 length and you would end up there instantly later. Now, how long your personal time it takes you to get there. So inside your personal time, it might take huge amounts of time to get there, or faster, because there's an outside time and an inside time. There's the universe's time and your personal time. So there's a novel by Stephen King where they all had to go to sleep because the further you travel, the much longer your personal time it would to get there. Like it'd take billions of years or millions of years to get there. Or it'd take forever to get there. And the only way to beat forever would be to basically freeze yourself in time to get there, or take forever to get there, or whatever. So you'd freeze yourself in time, but you'd still be moving, and you'd have to freeze yourself in that time. Okay, so that's teleportation idea number one. The next one is what I call chemical teleportation. Is that it's also how portals work. So you have I'll have the green portal as I'll just do green to green, right, for the teleportation. So teleportation would be a 3D portal. So what you have there is you have the green and the green, okay? And we'll put our little man inside it. So our little man is inside the 3D portal. And he, to move to the other one, they would dial what's called a connectule. So if you imagine every point in space has also a connectule connecting it to the one beside it, and you could dial that connectule to a different connectule in space or to a different position in space, you could have basically a zero length distance for that man to move from that green circle to the other green circle. Um, if you take that to the extreme, you could have that, you could dial it so both those positions are the same position and he's in them both simultaneously. So to teleport one, you'd have to move into that you'd have to move into that position that's in two positions at the same time to move. So you'd be outside the circle. Let's say we'll scribble out the man and we'll put him outside the circle. And to move to, say, this position, I'll put an arrow over it. So you'd be the man on this man here, for him to teleport to here using something that's in two positions at the same time. The minute he moves into that portal, he's also in that portal over here. So it'll be in two positions at the same time. He'll have moved into that by using a 3D portal. So to do the 2D portal, I'll use the blue and red. Was it blue and orange? I can't remember. The portal game, I think it's blue and orange. So yeah, blue and orange portals. So it's blue and orange. Blue and orange. So blue and orange. That orange did not come out good. I'll just keep going till it's. Okay, blue and orange. So blue and orange is the same as this concept, the dialing space connectual concept. So it's just two-dimensional, and it creates a two-dimensional thing that lets you be halfway in one spot and halfway in another spot. And that's basically they're 3D portals, they are. And those are 2D portals at the bottom. The third technique, I can't remember what the third technique was. It was hyperspace was the third technique. So you use hyperspace, but hyperspace would be infinitely fast on the inside. So it basically stops time. So you basically, I'll just draw a weird sort of shape for it. So hyperspace is a pocket dimension. You enter the pocket dimension and things are going faster inside the pocket dimension. So you can enter the pocket dimension, travel, say, at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and then come out this side here. So that's the kind of, it's not really teleportation, but it's a type of FTL travel. They're all types of FTL travel in a way. That one is my favorite, hyperspace. It's basically pocket dimension travel. You can do lots of cool things with it. Like you can make it so you inside a ship inside it, you won't experience very much time passing, but the ship outside it will experience huge amounts of time passing and things like that. So they're the sort of instantaneous movements, or faster than a 0-second movement. So that's basically how all these work. And that's my theory on like traveling through space and how to get really, really fast through space. There's another one called warp, which is basically that one, except you're making that shorter and you're converting it into that one. So that's all the FT technology and how teleportation would work. I think I'm going to leave this as a short video because it's a short length of travel. So I hope you enjoyed and keep inventing. Oh yeah, there's one other invention I came up with, which was during World War II. I was wondering this about the tanks, the German tanks. Did they create fastly conducting kinetic energy? So if you got hit by an explosion of fastly conducting kinetic energy, it wouldn't rip anything apart or destroy it. It would just throw it really, really fast and violently. But the thing it would smash into wouldn't be damaged by it at all, because the kinetic energy would conduct into it really, really quickly. So that was a theory I had about one of Germany's inventions during World War II. Okay, so that's everything. Keep inventing.